Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Zaron Burnett, we meet again.
Oh, hey, what's up, Elizabeth Dutton?
Not much.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to talk to you today about something ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous?
Oh, sister, do I? Okay. There was this UK man named Tony Finn of Sheffield, England, right? And this cat, he won a judgment in a work lawsuit, essentially. It's England. I don't know if it was actually a lawsuit, but a judgment he won from a deciding panel. And this judgment was about sexual harassment. He claimed that his boss was harassing him because he kept calling him bald. Now, the deciding panel were 3 men. They were all bald. They decided with my man, Tony Finn. But that's not the ridiculous part. It's ridiculous, don't get me wrong. But the ridiculous part is Finn was fired from the British Bung Company of West Yorkshire.
The what now?
The British Bung Company, like B-U-N-G, British Bung. Now, I didn't know what a bung was offhand. I had an idea. I was like, I think I know, because there's a thing called a bung hole, so I think I know what a bung is, right? So I looked it up, and a bung is a stopper for sealing a hole opening in a container. It's the pair to the bung hole that I did know about, right? So like a cork in a cap, that's a bung.
Okay.
A topper in a liquor bottle, like in a bar, that's also a bung.
Oh.
Those are all bungs, right? So now, let's just say you take a bong and you're smoking pot and you put your face on the bung hole of the bong. You would be a human bung sealing a bong.
And if you're bald?
You'd be a bald
Hello?
bung sealing a bong.
Wow.
Yeah, so Tony Finn brought that to you.
Ridiculous.
There you go.
There it is. Well, you know what else is ridiculous?
No, lay it on me.
Debt, extortion, homemade bombs, Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, all together?
Yeah.
This is not just like in comparison?
No, it's a whole melange
Oh, I love
of
this.
ridiculousness. I'm Elizabeth Dutton, and joining me is none other than Zaron Burnett.
You can't prove that.
I know. And this is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast, that's what we're doing, about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It is always 99% murder-free.
And?
100% ridiculous.
That's right.
We did a good job on that.
Up high. High five us.
Zaron, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
An adult.
That was a good call.
Thank you.
That's a no miss.
It seemed like a progression that I could see happening. I was
like it.
I don't get to be a merman. I got to be an adult.
All right. So now that you're done cracking wise.
In all honesty, what did I want to be when I grew up? Okay, like early on, I like just, and this sounds ridiculous now, even looking back, but like when I was not like, past the point of like, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a football player, when I actually was looking at careers, stockbroker was the first thing. Because I was like, this system is so janky and corrupt. That's the way to just make money and get free of all of this. I was like 13. I had it all figured out. I was like, stockbroker, screw everybody, make my money, cut early.
Legal criming.
Really, I was ahead of the curve because that's become the culture.
Yeah.
So this was not the culture when I was 13, but now everybody's doing this.
Do you ever think you'll go back to that?
No, I developed morality. So, yeah.
When I was little, people would ask me what I wanted to do when I grew up, and I always said I wanted to have a dog farm.
A dog? Like where they
But not like a
grow
puppy
dogs?
mill. No, my plan was to have...
Do you know that dogs don't come from seed, right?
What?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I wanted to have like a whole bunch of land and then just go to the pound and clean them out every day. And then just have a ragtag bunch of dogs.
Just show up with like a big truck and it's open in the back. Load them up, whatever you got at the end of the day.
So people are like, I want to be a senator. I want to be a scientist. I'm like, I want a lot of dogs.
With like a day-old bagel policy of how you're getting them. I love that part.
Yeah, I'm just going through. I'm like, who hasn't been picked up? All right, hop in the car.
I'll take all your spare dogs.
Hop in the sedan that's just going to be full of dogs. Drive them out there. And then I just imagine...
What happened? Got in the way of your dream?
What do you mean? Got in the way of the dream. Living the dream, baby.
Never mind.
No, I used to imagine that like I'd be out in the field like throwing the ball, or just that I would run and they'd all run next to me. It was kind of how in my little brain.
Do you know I have a friend
last week that I saw.
My friend Jay grew up in Benicia, California, which is it was the original capital of the state, but it's a little town that nobody usually knows. And his friends, when he was growing up, were a pack of wild dogs. And
That's why Jay's so cool.
Yeah, I know you love him. The guy would run around with a pack of wild dogs as like a 6-year-old. He did this for like 2 years. Everyone in the town knew him as the kid who ran with a pack of dogs. He didn't have any other friends. He
now,
just
for
had
a
the dogs.
time, I did have
kind of a dream life for
a
you.
big piece of property, and I had 4 dogs. And when I wanted him to get in the car, I'd say, dog farm, dog farm.
What you gonna do?
And they'd
What
get
you
in the
gonna
car.
do in the
Or
dog farm?
if I started walking from room to room, they'd follow me, and I'd say, I'm having a dog parade. And then that's why I have no friends.
See you in jail.
And now my brother, when you'd ask him what he wanted to be when he grew up,
What did he want to be when he grew up?
he would say, for a while, he was saying he wanted to be in Greenpeace. And people would be like, that's so sweet. This little boy loves the environment. Until you'd say, why do you want to be in Greenpeace? And he said, because I want to drive the boat that rams the other boats. Like he wanted to ram the whaling vessels. And then when everyone told him, like, that's not cool, dude. And he's like, all right, I want to be the guy on the side of the road who has the garbage bags and they pick up the garbage because the garbage bags are orange and they look cool. And I was like, well, do some time.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
the easiest job to get.
one DUI and you'll be right out there. So a lot of times people are able to do what they dreamt of doing as a kid. Travis, my brother, there's still time.
It's an attainable dream.
It is. And sometimes you get there just a little bit differently, like me with when I had the 4 dogs, you know?
Yeah. Or you give it up like me.
Or you give it up like you because you grow a sense of morality. I want to tell you the story of a little boy in the 1960s West Berlin who wanted to be a cartoonist when he grew up. It's a
Did
nice
he grow up
little...
to be George Schultz?
Yes.
No, wait, I got the name right. Charles Schultz. George Schultz was the
No, he grew up to be
George Schultz.
cartoonist.
That's actually I say George Schultz.
That little boy grew up.
Page 2. All right.
Charles Schultz. No, that's not him.
Okay.
But, his life, like us, his life goes in a different direction. But he's able to kind of right the ship on that anyway. Story I'm going to tell you today also comes to us from a listener. It was a listener suggestion.
Oh, nice. Thank you,
This one
listener.
comes from Judith Kraus, and she reached out to us on Instagram all the way from Germany.
Ah.
Yeah. She's fantastic, by the way. And she clued us in on this totally bonkers dude. And it feels like this was custom made for us.
Danke,
This
Judith.
story. Yeah. Judith is the best.
V. Gates, Judith. That means,
so-
how are you, in case people are wondering. I'm a very international fellow.
That was so cosmopolitan.
Thank you.
Let me tell you about a man named Arno Funke.
Funke?
Funke.
Like funky chicken?
Funke. Funke.
I like this.
I know. Like I said, he wanted to be a cartoonist when he grew up. And so much so that turns 15, leaves school to go and become an apprentice sign maker.
Oh, okay. Like hand-painted signs?
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
a good gig. I used to, when I was a house painter, I knew some sign painters.
Yeah.
Fun job.
It's amazing.
You kind of have to want to be by yourself, though.
I'm
Very lonely
enjoying
job.
the sort of resurgence of hand-painted signs
Yes.
lately. That
There's that one shop here in Oakland you always point out.
Memory Sign Company, I
Yeah.
think it is. Anyway, it's an art. And it's really precise. And so I think that would be a good primer for if you wanted to then be a cartoonist.
Totally.
To have that
Good,
precision.
strong line.
He didn't get to live that dream.
Another dream dashed.
I know.
The dream deferred.
So 1988, Arno, he's 38, struggling artist. He's working at a gas station. He's divorced and he's flat broke.
Tough place to be.
Yeah. He wants to focus on his art, but you need money to do that.
You always do.
Always the story.
Unless you have just a guitar.
Just a guitar and a dream. So he did what humans have been doing since we first started strutting around on 2 feet. He figured stealing was the answer.
Oh, okay.
Crime.
Okay. That's not what I thought. Okay.
It was not the oldest profession.
That's what I thought you said he was going to turn to. Was
No,
the first job.
No, he decided that this is criming. He decided that crime was the fastest, most direct way to get money in his pocket.
I thought the same thing when I was 13.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's why you wanted to be a stockbroker.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a gentle soul, though. So he didn't want to hurt anyone physically.
I mean, that.
Emotionally, psychologically. Apparently, we're on the table. But he didn't want to hurt him physically. So he decides that extortion That's the way to go.
I'll threaten to hurt you?
Yeah. And what's
you pay me to stop me from being my bad self?
Well, what's extortion without a pipe bomb?
Oh, wow. We jumped right to pipe bomb.
Yeah. He teaches himself how to make pipe bombs in his kitchen.
Ah, nice.
And then, even though he's broke, he rents a little workshop down the road from his house.
For his bomb making?
That's where he starts making bombs.
I hope that was a detached building. An amateur bomb maker in your basement.
So his first target is a luxury department store called Kaufhaus des Westens.
Ah, the Western Craft House.
Yeah. I just want to put out a disclaimer that I know I've said it before, that I am pretty much incapable of correctly pronouncing anything in German. And I apologize.
Oh, here, leave it to me.
Yeah.
Kaufhaus des Westens.
There you go.
See, perfect.
So he leaves the bomb there, and then he sends this ransom note for 500,000 Deutschmarks.
Mm-hmm. Very nice, by the way, Deutschmark.
Thank you. And that's around $600,000 today.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So that went about as well as his artist career did, because the bomb was a dud. The police couldn't find his directions for delivering the ransom money. So it was just
I knew I forgot something.
He's like, oh my God, there were like 3 steps that I was just so wrapped up in this. Doesn't matter. He tries again. This guy,
Practice will make perfect, yes.
May 1988, Arno makes another bomb.
If at first you don't succeed, bomb again.
Yes. He puts this one in a briefcase with a fake bottom.
Okay.
And that one worked, and it caused hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage to the store.
Okay.
Yeah. So he blows it up at the department store, but he set it to go off at night so that no one would be hurt.
Not even janitorial staff. Nice. I respect that.
He waited until everyone was clear.
No one should get hurt.
No, of course not. Picture this.
Oh. My eyes are closed.
Close your eyes. It's June 2nd, 1988. Arno Funke sits at his kitchen table enjoying some Onken frou-frou yogurt. Frou-frou. It's a yogurt that has like a disc in the middle where they kept a toy.
What?
I don't know if he's really eating this, but I found out it's like a Kinder egg, but yogurt.
But like, is it like in a jelly? Like the toy is in like a jelly layer?
No, it's like in a little plastic container and you like
so
pop
they just
it out.
fill it half, they put the disc in, they fill it up to the top. Okay.
And then you enjoy your yogurt. So I like to imagine that he was eating the frou-frou yogurt. And you know why it's FRUFOO? Because the center is UFO and it looks like a little UFO in the middle of the yogurt.
Oh my goodness. That's levels right there.
It is not an invented detail. It is an unnecessary detail, but my life is full of those. So he's eating this yogurt, let's pretend. But in real life, he's penning another letter to the department store. Okay. And again, he asks for 500,000 marks right out there. He's also included directions for how he wants to receive the money.
Learning, I like this.
Yeah. He's like, okay, now I need to be really precise with the directions. I can't assume they know what I mean. He wants them to throw the money out of a train window at exactly the moment he tells them to do it.
Wait, what? This is 1988, so like I'm imagining there aren't like regular cell phones. So how is he going to tell them?
With this letter, he includes a radio.
Oh.
Where he's like going to give him the signal.
Arno one step ahead.
Yeah, so the New Yorker has this story about him, and they said, quote, on June 2nd, Funke hid beside the train tracks near the car repair shop where he worked. He had drunk most of a bottle of vodka by the time the train rumbled past. This is the blackmailer speaking, he slurred into his radio. Throw the money out now. A package crashed onto the tracks, and Funke staggered after it. He scrambled back to the garage as police helicopters circled overhead and opened the package to find the money inside.
Oh, they actually included real money.
Exactly. So he's like, get through the package. And they go. To celebrate, he took vacations to the Mediterranean, to South Korea, and the Philippines.
Wait, he gets away with this?
He totally got away with it.
They have helicopters overhead.
They have helicopters.
And he's drunk, stumbling around with the money next to a train track so they couldn't catch him.
He is 3 sheets to the wind, staggering around with a bag of 500,000 marks.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. So he goes on these vacations. When he's in the Philippines, he picks up a wife, brings her back.
As one does.
Yeah.
You're traveling, fall in love. You're like, let's keep this going.
Anything can happen on vacation. So then he gets away with it, right? 1991 comes around and most of the money's gone.
Oh.
Yeah. He'd remarried, as I said. He has a young son at this point, and he needs money. So what does he do? Extortion.
I'm thinking extortion.
Yeah, it works so well. So there's this really nice department store in Hamburg called Karstadt.
Ah, the car state.
Yeah, we've all been there. In June of 92, he planted a bomb in the porcelain section of the store.
Okay.
And it wasn't a dud.
Getting
Spoiler
better.
alert. Yeah. It destroyed a bunch of delicate merchandise.
It's porcelain.
Porcelain. So with that out of the way, he's done that. Then he sends a letter to the store demanding 1 million marks.
Price is going up.
Yeah.
Inflation.
And if they didn't pay, another bomb.
And this time in the glass section.
So, as he writes the letter, he's like, looks over and he sees this bag in his house, and there was a picture on the bag, and it wasn't anything that he cared about or thought had meaning, but it stuck with him just in that moment. He looks over. So in the letter, he tells the store that in addition to, okay, you got to fork over 1 million marks, they have to run a message in the Hamburg newspaper that says, quote, Uncle Dagobert greets his nephews.
Okay.
No, but you need to
know. Is that like
know.
German culture that I don't understand?
Dagobert Dagobert is the German name for Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, I was thinking maybe Uncle Vanya.
No,
So
from
Scrooge
Disney's
McDuck. Okay.
DuckTales.
I love
Scrooge
this.
McDuck. It's the German name for him. And it was a
Dagobert.
picture of Scrooge McDuck on the bag in his house. And that's how he gets his criminal nickname, Dagobert.
So his criminal nickname is a German Scrooge McDuck?
Yes.
So basically it's just Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
I love that.
So let's take an ad break. And when we return, I'm going to tell you about the further adventures of Dagobert. When we left off, Zaron,
Yes.
Arno Funke,
My man.
he'd gone back into his extortion game. This time he's targeting an upscale department store in Hamburg, Germany.
If you're good at the game, make them pay.
You know what? Exactly. And this time he added in a little nugget for the cops. He gave himself a nickname.
Cops do love a nickname for criminals.
Wanted to be called Dagobert. This is Dagobert speaking.
Now, does
Like the Zodiac.
Scrooge McDuck have a Scottish German accent in the German cartoon? Does he have like a German accented Scottish?
It's like he has like a duck accent, right? Where he's all,
Wait, what's a duck accent?
where it's all, I can't do it, where it's all,
Like that?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's more
The
like
duck accent.
Donald Duck, though.
I don't know.
That's Donald Duck when he's
You
frustrated.
choking him out.
Yeah. Take that,
Wait a
Donald.
second. So I don't remember in DuckTales.
He has the Scottish accent, the brogue. He speaks to, I can't do a very good brogue. You can do a much better brogue than I do.
Yeah.
Aye, lassie, that's Scottish, that's him.
Okay. Like Groundskeeper Willie.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Sure,
also
sure.
our brogue.
So yeah, Dagobert. I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like in Germany. Like
Yeah, I was just curious.
the
I mean,
German.
I don't expect you to necessarily know. It's just curious.
Yeah. Well, he writes a letter
Mm-hmm.
again, threatening the other bomb. He asks that in that letter where he says, tell him Uncle Dagobert sent you or whatever it was, like Uncle Dagobert greets his nephews.
Yes.
He asks that the police put the money in a bag that has the DuckTales logo on it
He's working a bit
and
now.
a picture of Scrooge McDuck on it. And then he wants them to attach this bag, this Scrooge McDuck commemorative bag, attach it to a train using electromagnets.
He insists.
Insists. And the cops are like, if you say so, they go ahead and do it. So, now don't forget, last time he's like, throw mama from the train.
Yeah.
Throw the bag
He
off
showed
the
up
train.
drunk and he was like,
Yeah. So now he's like, I need you to use electromagnets.
Electromagnets. I'm glad they're German cops. American cops would be like, I don't even know. Man, okay. Let's go to Home Depot.
They'd be like, those Duracell where you put your finger on either end, it tells you how much juice? That's
electromagnetism right there.
That's what I would be like. I don't know.
You would get ratchets.
I would totally get ratchets for it. So the cops do that, right? Funke tries to get the bag off the train by deactivating the magnets.
Okay.
And the bag wouldn't budge.
Of course it wouldn't.
No, because the cops tied it to the train as well.
Okay.
And so he leaves the scene empty-handed. He's like, oh, drats, and he goes scurrying away.
See, I was assuming he didn't have a way to cut the power, but okay.
No, he had all this ready to go. He's just like a gadget master.
The cartoonist gadget master.
Yeah,
I like
he's
this.
amazing. He tries again, same scheme, 2 months later. And this time he's able to liberate the bag.
Okay.
He's able to get it off the train. But the cops had also put a bunch of paint in the bag, and it splashed all over him when he caught it, just like they wanted. And they tried to arrest him. But he had stashed a mountain bike nearby and was able to run with the bag and jump on the bike and escape.
The cops are chasing a man covered in paint. Who's got a bag of money with a Scrooge McDuck logo on this one as well. Okay.
Yes.
And then he gets to a bike he's imagining stashed in bushes, and then he bikes away. A living cartoon. I love this.
He gets like a safe distance away, and he opens the bag, and it only has 4,000 marks in it.
Ooh.
And the rest...
They did him dirty.
...was Mickey Mouse money. It was like Disney on Disney crime at this point. So it's all covered in paint.
Hey, take that, punk!
So Funke, undeterred.
Of course.
He continued with his extortion plots, was pretty successful. Like, he did a bunch of them. One time when he went to retrieve the money that was left for him, the police jumped out at him on like a grassy hill in Berlin.
Okay.
Grassy knoll. And one of the cops in pursuit tried to grab him, but he slipped and fell. And Dagobert made his escape, once again, on a bike. But the guy who slipped, do you know why he slipped and fell?
He was covered in bacon grease.
He stepped in dog caca.
Ooh, that's a reason to slip and fall. Did he slip and fall into the caca?
Yeah, he slipped on the dog poop and then it like skidded on the lawn and he fell, and it was like, well, so then the press finds out about him falling in the dog poop and then just goes nuts, and there are all these headlines about it. Yeah, that's just like, they're loving this part of the story.
Cop misses criminal, catches bad one.
Exactly. So like at every turn, the events surrounding Funke and his crimes, they're just getting like more and more cartoonish. Like you said, super ridiculous. And because of this, he becomes a folk hero to the German people.
Yes. Even the Germans have a sense of humor.
People are rooting for him. There were pop songs written about him. There were shirts that said, I am Dagobert.
Wait, this is 1980s, late 80s? No, it's 1992, right?
Yeah,
at this point.
now he's...
so this wouldn't be like Falco doing the songs about him.
Rock Me Dagobert.
I'm trying to think of German pop stars at the time.
Yeah, we're at the early 90s at this point. Okay. So yeah, Falco.
What if like Kraftwerk did a song about him? Rammstein. How about Rammstein?
That's what I was like in the Rolodex of my mind. I was like looking under G for Germans.
How about Eraser?
So the I Am Dagobert shirts, people are wearing them all over the place. It feels very Casa de Papel Money Heist on Netflix, but with the like Spanish show.
Yeah, totally. But with like a Scorpion soundtrack.
A Scorpion.
Sorry.
A Scorpion soundtrack. With the winds
German
of change.
Yes, exactly.
But instead of the Guy Fawkes mask or whatever it was.
The Arno Funke, Guy Fawkes mask. No, in that one it's a Salvador Dali mask.
Oh, that's right.
But, the V for Vendetta has the Guy Fawkes.
So the Dali mask, no, it's Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck,
Where you see.
Dagobert.
There was a poll that a radio station conducted, and they said that 2/3 of the listeners sided more with Dagobert than the police.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So he's gaining popularity. Berlin's Tagesspiegel newspaper.
Oh, like the Spiegel?
No, Tagesspiegel.
The story of the day.
Okay, sure.
Well,
a newspaper in Berlin.
Okay, word.
I'm so sorry,
with you.
Germans. They named Dagobert the Gangster of the Year.
Gangster of the Year?
Yeah,
Was there like not much competition that year? They're like,
heavy
this guy's mad gangster. He's a cartoon bank robber.
They said that he had raised the cops and robber game to, quote, an intellectual level never before seen in German police history.
Really?
He changed the game. So this is like straight up Dagobert fever sweeping through Germany at this point. I mean, it's just...
Are people like wearing merch and stuff?
That's what I said. They have the I am Dagobert. They have like hats.
But are they basically taking Disney merch and reappropriating it? So
I
like
think
anything with Huey, Dewey, and Louie on it, everyone knows, like wink, wink.
Scrooge McDuck, that's like the hot property at that point. And then people are developing these theories, right?
Okay.
So they had the idea that Funke was drawing inspiration for these exploits from plots of Scrooge McDuck comics.
Oh, wow.
So the cops read more than 6,000 pages of Scrooge McDuck comics, trying to anticipate the structure of his next scheme. They're like, okay, well, in issue 4, he involves a parachute. Okay, we got to look into that.
He's got a giant magnifying glass. He's suspending from a helicopter.
Well, they're also imagining him, I'm sure, like diving into the vault
of money, doing swimming. Yeah. The best thing ever.
There's a group in Germany called Donald.
Donald?
Donald. Now, their name is the German acronym for the Organization of Non-Commercial Supporters of Donaldism.
What, pray tell, is Donaldism?
I'm guessing it's about Donald Duck.
Like a religion dedicated to their spiritual savior, Donald Duck? Just a bunch of frustrated Germans. They're like, that is our guy. He is the man.
I have no idea, but it's non-commercial supporters of Donaldism.
Okay. I'm about it. I love people believing whatever they want to believe.
Sure.
So Donaldism to the truth.
So they're asked about this in news stories. So that's why I'm assuming it has something to do with Donald Duck.
That makes perfect sense. I would be a supporter of goofyism, personally. I'm just about it.
I live that life. One member of the group, Hans Aust, he commented to the press at this time. And he said, quote, "People are fascinated. There is always this kind of effect when there's a clever guy who's always outwitting the police." So they're like, here's the situation. Let's go to a representative of Donald for comment. Then they find this cat. I don't know. This is weird.
He's out there. Like Nas, I root for the villain.
So people, they're speculating about how who's Dagobert, right? Is he a computer expert? Is he a railroad engineer? He seems to be into the trains.
Is he an electrical engineer?
Yeah. Is he a train spotter? Is he a cop?
Is he one of those dudes who's retired, just sits outside of construction sites and goes, "Nice job, guys"?
People thought he might be a former East German Stasi officer.
That's a pull. Okay.
Is he a surgeon? I don't know why they want
surgeon.
Is he a bored pensioner? I guess because of like the precision of his...
People, they went with the metaphor. They're like, this would fit the metaphor.
Yeah, that's just a weird one. So they'd have to catch him to figure this out,
Only
obviously.
Way. You have to catch him.
Got to catch them all. On April 19th, 1993, the police put 2 bags in what's called a grit bin.
A grit bin?
In a neighborhood of Berlin.
A grit bin? See, in the South, a grit bin would be one thing. But what is a grit bin in Berlin?
It's a whole lot of butter. A grit bin is a large metal or plastic box, I guess, that's used to store salt and grit that you put out on the roads when it's icy.
Oh, anti-snow and ice stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
You lived in the South and in California.
Yeah, I don't know
Central
about
Valley.
any of that
I'm
stuff.
from the Bay Area. We don't have to worry about
snow
those
is a thing that's in movies.
Yeah. And I'll just confess, I'm a terrible driver in the snow.
I'm a great driver in the snow.
That's why I stay out of it. They're experts. Okay. there are experts out there. I'm not one of them.
You just close your eyes and pray. That's how you do it.
So Dagobert asks that these bags be filled with cash and put into a grit bin that he's going to identify for them.
Okay.
And so they fill them with cash, but not cash, paper. So fake cash. And
thank you for that.
cash to him and a motion detector. They're like, "Oh, I see your gadget game and I raise you. Guess what, punk? Here's a motion detector." And then they hid nearby and they were going to jump out and surprise him when he came to pick it up in the
Cops
grit bin.
love that.
Oh, I know. And they
I
had
wonder
a
if they
giant
throw surprise
net.
parties for each other. You know, like if they're big on surprise parties, it's like
But then they get all
cop
spooked
special.
And they just start firing.
They shoot someone who comes
this
through the
is
door.
dangerous. They waited. The cops are waiting. They have a giant net.
Like a butterfly net.
And they're waiting. They wait like an hour. Nothing. And then the motion detector goes off.
Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
But no one's been anywhere near the grit box.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So cops go over and they check it. They look in the grit bin. They look down into it and they see a deep hole in the ground.
I guessed this one. Yes.
And they say, hello, hello.
It's like, I picked this one for a reason, fool.
The hole leads down to the sewer.
Yep.
And come to find out, Dagobert built that particular grit bin himself. So it was not a municipal one. Yes. He built a dummy one and placed it over a manhole.
I love this.
So the cops make the drop. Dagobert opens up the manhole cover from below, reaches up, grabs the bag, and then closes the cover behind him. He looked in the bag. He saw there wasn't any money in there. There's just paper and a motion detector.
He gets on his bike in the sewer, rides away angry.
He ditches the bag and then escapes into the sewer system.
I love it.
Yeah. So by the end of 1993, he had tried this scheme in various iterations about 20 times.
Dang.
That's a lot.
That is. And it's working like 2/3 of the time?
Yeah, I guess.
Sounds about.
More importantly, though, he has spent a ton of money on all his gadgets and accoutrements.
Oh, yeah. Now it's a job paying for itself.
He's deeper in debt than he actually was.
He's investing his profits.
Yeah, and he's on welfare at this point.
Oh, man.
Like, legit. So now we're into 1994. I know you like to start things off with the date.
I just love that.
Story. So in January of 1994, Dagobert sent a letter to the cops. He wants 1.4 million marks now.
Dear guys, do you miss me?
He also has very specific instructions about how they're supposed to deliver this money. So
in a paper airplane the size of 7-foot wings.
It's close. So first, he builds a miniature train.
I was kidding. What the? Arno, man.
Arno's like, all right, first things first, I build a miniature train.
That's step one.
Then he puts the train on some abandoned railroad tracks.
How big is this miniature train?
It fits. I think it's not that it's like the gauge of it. It's like it fits big boy train tracks, but it's like a little shorty on there. Like it's like, I don't know. Maybe he repurposed the grit box.
He just used it again.
Yeah. So he cleans and preps the tracks because they're abandoned. He gets everything, he weeds, cleans it all up, nice. And then he sneaks away. Now, the police follow the instructions to the letter. They put 1.4 million marks onto the train. They went through with the actual cash this time.
Wow.
I know. And then the letter instructed the police to push a big red button on a device nearby. And they did it. They pushed the big red button.
I know he's a cartoonist, but he's more Wile E. Coyote than he is anything else.
So they hit the button and pow! The train zooms away at 30 miles an hour. So, of course, the police chase it. They're like, get back here.
Deutschmarks.
But Dagobert had a plan for that. So he had set up firecrackers along the track that would go off when the police tripped sensors for them to tell him what their progress was like. So the police chase the train, the firecrackers start going off. This is like some serious Home Alone stuff going 100%. On here. 100%. And the firecrackers are going off, and Dagobert knows how fast they're going, where they are. But now remember, I told you he smoothed out, prepped the tracks. Apparently not well enough. After half a mile, when the train was just 30 yards away from him, it derailed, and the money spilled all over the place.
No.
Yeah. Dagobert escaped, right? He was so close to 1.4 million marks.
But if he had a plan to escape them, was he able to get, it's only 30 yards away, was he able to get at least some handfuls and be able to put into the investment of his next scheme?
No, because it was this tension of all the firecrackers going off.
They'll catch him before he can get back to his
he doesn't
escape.
have enough time to run out to it and then get back because they're
tight window he had operating.
I know. So he has nothing to show for it. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about how the cops eventually caught up to old Arno Funke.
I'm loving this dude.
All right, so at this point in our story today, Dagobert is costing the government a lot of money.
I love how they actually put the 1.4 million Deutschmarks in the train to send it. And they're like, he may do something we need to like.
Well, they knew we're going to catch him. So in their minds.
So they're just kind of playing along thinking we have to create the crime to bust him.
Mm-hmm. So
that's the confidence.
Just chasing him is costing millions and millions of bucks.
It has to. They're using teams of people.
It is. The cops had 3,000 leads.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Everyone's calling in the fakes, right?
Oh, totally. And they had questioned more than 100 suspects.
Oh, wow.
They used dogs, helicopters, psychics, astrologers. They pulled out all the stops. There was a reward for information about his identity, of course. I
am Arno Funke.
Well, they set up a telephone line that you could call and listen to a recording of his voice. Because, he's always calling up hey, guys.
Oh, yeah.
New plan.
Dagobert again. Okay, guys. Do you know anything about electromagnetism?
Raise your hand if you like trains. I'm raising my hand right now. So
I'm raising both hands.
They said, how are you holding the phone? Don't ask questions. So they said you can call in and listen to his voice. And then if you recognize it, tell us. So people were constantly calling in, trying to rat him out, but no one had a good lead. A psychologist who worked with the police finally convinced them to take this new tactic. They said that, the psychologist was he is someone who has failed. He's a failure. Professionally and socially. No one who has it together is doing this kind of stuff. And he's trying to prove himself. So they said, if you treat him with more respect, you may be able to kind of lure him out, soften him up.
Oh, interesting. I thought they were going to go we should use one of the episodes of the Scrooge McDuck comics that we've been reading, use one of those things to catch him. We have all this research.
Right? Exactly. Well, but the thing is that he really didn't care one way or another about Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, I know.
So it wasn't he was familiar, but I love that they went down that rabbit hole. He just, with an offhanded, I saw a picture of it. And I'm yeah, call me Scrooge McDuck. So she encourages this psychologist encourages them to build a rapport when he calls. And he's also thinking they're thinking if we can get the phone call to last long enough, we can trace the call, which that didn't occur to them. He's calling them all the time.
Maybe he just always did short phone calls.
I guess. Apparently when he would ask for a drop and they would show up, but he wouldn't be there, he would write notes to apologize later.
I'm sorry, I'm
really
late.
Polite notes I'm so sorry we coordinated that and I flaked on you.
I was under the weather and I just didn't have it to come out.
So they're waiting for his calls. April 1994, the police traced his call to a specific phone booth. So we're getting there. But when they get there, no Funke. However,
nothing but vibes.
Two witnesses were able to describe him to a sketch artist.
Okay.
So that's a good one. And the police put the sketch on TV. So now people are oh, more information on Dagobert. This is the guy I got to hide and help out.
If I see him, hide him.
According to Funke, his wife saw the sketch and didn't recognize him for it.
She's like, that's Banksy.
The thing is, the sketch really looked a lot like Ulrich Thiele.
Who's Ulrich Thiele?
I don't know how to say it. Tille. He was the officer in charge of the whole case.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
it looks
and so
like the cop.
The sketch looks just like him, and they're like, are you Dagobert? Yeah. So when they went though to look at the phone booth, they noticed that near the phone booth was this car with a mountain bike on a rack. And they're like, that looks a lot like the escape bike.
Yeah, his MO is definitely on two wheels.
I think we're on the right track here. So April 22nd, 1994, Dagobert calls the police to arrange the next money drop. Now the officers, including the one who slipped in dog poop.
Old Caca.
Old Officer Cacas. They surrounded the phone booth and arrested him.
Oh, wow.
Right there. So full circle.
I didn't see that coming.
The cops had tried to catch him 30 times. And now they finally do it.
And they failed 29 times. So who's the failure now, Officer Psychologist?
Officer Poop Shoes. When he's arrested, Funke says, quote, "Today, you'll definitely pop the corks. Unfortunately, I won't be able to celebrate with you, but you can at least toast to me."
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, look, you did it. So they popped corks. They popped bottles. The Berlin cops were like chugging wine and dancing around their patrol cars in the street.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. And then the police in Hamburg, they had special bottles of beer made in anticipation of this day.
Are you kidding me?
They had Scrooge McDuck labels on them.
Oh, my God.
And so they're like, break out the Scrooge beers. Let's hit it, fellas. And they're just chug-a-lug, Donna. So once he's identified, then, of course, more information comes out about him.
Do you think they had like a Launchpad McQuack light beer for some of the officers who didn't want the full flavor lager? Yes. I can't have all the calories. Can we have a lighter option?
They had a non-alcoholic version for those who wanted to partake, but
the Huey and Dewey Louie special.
Yes, exactly, for the children's. This is a ginger soda.
Ginger beer.
His neighbors, Arno's neighbors, were pretty shocked that
it was him. Mr. Funke.
But you know what was shocking to them? It's because he had out in front of his house was parked this old Mercedes, and it had been there for ages. And he was always going out and trying to get it running, couldn't get it running. And they're like, how is he building all these gadgets and he can't fix the blasted car in front of his house? So that's where they're like, I don't think it's him. This guy can't fix anything. Look at this.
Change a radiator. There's no way you can do electromagnetic trains.
So they're like, if you can create all these weird gadgets and do all this stuff, you can't fix an old benzo. No, does not compute.
What if that's his cover though?
I think so.
I'm just bad with the tools.
Well, he's good with some things, not the other. He has an IQ of 145.
Not bad.
Which I suppose is good. And he's a total autodidact. So, I mean, don't forget. Yeah, he dropped out of school at 15. He read like tons of mechanical magazines and then figured out how to craft his little wacky bombs and extortion machines.
His little wacky bomb.
His wacky bombs.
I picture it has like confetti and stuff on it, and like Twizzlers,
things on springs.
Yeah, exactly. Googly eyes.
His defense team, though, pushed the idea that Arno was sick.
Like he had the flu for a few years?
Well, they said that the fumes from his painting work gave him really bad headaches and that he was always forgetting stuff.
There is an expression in German about turpentine makes the painter strange. I can't.
Really?
My friend's mother's German, and she used to see me in my all whites, and she would say that, and I was like, "Turpentine machen." I can't remember it.
You're like, it's not the turpentine.
I'm like, not anymore, baby. No, we just go right to the paint dinner.
You had like the gold paint huff right marks.
I had the paper bag in my hand. I'm like, you want a huff?
Well, like the thing is, like that accidental huffer theory fell apart.
It's going to.
Because he was super sharp at the trial. He was like cutting up with one-liners and stuff.
He's doing a quick five.
I'm not so sure. In the end, he pleads guilty.
Okay.
And is fined 5 million marks. And that's like to pay back the department store, particularly. His wife sold her story and the rights to publish family photos to a magazine for around 60,000 marks.
Oh, you got to hold out for more.
I know.
You got millions to pay off.
Now, people were still wearing their Dagobert gear.
Oh, merch. That's still going to be tough.
And then in response to his imprisonment, they start wearing hats that said Free Dagobert.
I want to get one of those.
Wouldn't those be great?
I bet we can find one.
Yeah, totally. Or just make them with a marker and some puffy paints.
A Sharpie and a Hanes t-shirt.
I'm going to get a baseball cap and use puffy paints and put Free Dagobert on it. And then it's just going to add to my weird lady walking her dog look that I've got going on in the neighborhood.
How are your neighbors liking it these days?
All right. So in 2000, he served 6 years of his sentence and then he was released.
Okay.
Right? He gets a job as a cartoonist at the satirical magazine Eulenspiegel.
Something else story.
Another Spiegel. So he becomes this cartoonist. I think he still works there today.
Oh, wait, Spiel is story. I've been lying to you all. Sorry.
Liar.
Yeah.
Spiegel.
Yeah, because I remember Spielberg means like Storytown.
Oh, Storytown. He's going to take you downtown to Storytown.
Better than going to Pound Town.
But anyway, back to Arno.
Yeah, sorry.
Arno, the Spiegel, Funke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Spiegel means. Am I saying something terrible?
No, I don't believe so.
It can't be. It's like the name
Der
of
Spiegel
paper.
is like the biggest paper.
It probably means paper, and we're like,
maybe it means like news.
Hold on a second. Hey, producer Dave, save me.
Let's see here.
Wo ist der Spiegel?
Mirror.
Mirror.
All right.
Was ist der Spiegel? It's on the mirror.
Sure. So yeah, the Eulenspiegel, another kind of mirror. He works at that satirical magazine. He's a really well-known and regarded cartoonist. And like he did like these posters making fun of like Rolling Stones tours where they're all geriatric.
Oh, like Strolling Bones?
Yeah. It's like I'll post it on the Instagram. They're pretty funny. Here's an interesting note though about this. In December of 2004, Channel 4 in the UK aired a 3-part TV show called The Heist.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah. I have been trying desperately to get, a way to see all 3 of these episodes. They're not easy to find over stateside. This show, it was written, created, directed by David Glover and Rudolf Herzog.
Is he?
Son of Werner.
Yes.
I know.
There'll only be so
good.
many Herzogs who are in filmmaking.
So good. So in the show, this group of 5 former criminal masterminds were put together to accomplish pre-assigned heists.
What?
Yes.
This is
Stuff
great.
like stealing a specific painting at this exhibit or like a high-profile car.
And so the cameras are on it and we have to watch them do it in front
they
of the
have to
cameras?
like come up with it and then execute this heist. And the people who owned whichever it was, like let's say with the painting in the gallery.
Do they know that it's coming?
They know that something was going to happen, and they're not allowed to change their security protocols leading up to this.
Okay.
And
they don't know which painting or whatever?
Some of them were like, no way, I'm not doing that. Others were like, no, this is a great way to prove that we have amazing security.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Right. So the thieves on the show included gangster Joey Pyle.
Ooh, good name.
Burglar Peter Scott. Armed robber Terry Smith. Cyber expert Matthew Bevan. And none other than extortionist Arno Funke.
Masterclass.
He gets up with these dudes. We're going to probably do an episode about the show itself at some point.
That'd be cool.
Like, I'm still gathering information on that because the whole setup is just way too ridiculous.
I love this. Do crimes
Do
in
a
front of
crime
the camera.
for entertainment. And like some of these fellow thieves, I think are going to need their own special episodes as well. Because like some of these dudes are amazing.
I want to know about Joey Pyle.
There you go. Matthew Bevan is interesting, the cyber dude. So either way, what you can see from all of this is that the thrill of notoriety is just as much a draw for these guys as the money they stole.
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
this is going to be phenomenal. And that's, we got Arno. He's got this notoriety. He was loving it. He's milking it.
He's made it.
Yeah. And so I love that he gets out of jail and now he's like reformed. He's got this good gig, what he really wanted to do when he was a little boy.
He followed the best professional advice there is, which is don't try to find a job, make a job for yourself.
Exactly. Do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. And so, yeah, then he winds up also like on the TV.
I love this. Good job, Arno Funke.
Hooray.
Funke.
What's your ridiculous takeaway, dude?
Donaldism. Flat out one word, Donaldism. Why would you go with Donaldism when Goofyism is right there?
Do the duck sound again.
That's just an angry Donald Duck.
That should be your ringtone. Do people still do ringtones?
No.
Everyone I know keeps their phone on vibrate all the time.
Yeah, always on silent. But like I used to like having ringtones for all the different people. Like I'd have individual ones, and then I'd have like the Rockford Files theme song for everyone who wasn't somebody who had the song. So the Rockford Files, I would get to listen to it because I wouldn't answer. Yeah. So I got to listen to that song all the way through. It was the best.
I had Hornpiper's Lament, that like Popeye song on the MIDI version of it, and I used to put it at full volume because there's nothing funnier than like you're walking around and that comes out of your purse and you're like, what? I don't know what that is. My ridiculous takeaway, I keep thinking of the quote from Hans Aust, the Donald representative.
Oh yes, the guy from Donaldism.
The Donaldism dude. He had this other quote,
please,
I wish somehow that he had just gotten away with the money and vanished. Now it turns out he's just an ordinary human being who makes mistakes like everyone else. The legend is gone.
Wow.
That's cold-blooded.
Jeez.
He's like, I thought he was something special, but I guess
thought he was
not.
Superhuman. He is nothing but more than a mortal man. Cut him and he will bleed.
He's a terrible disappointment. Yeah. He's
Biggest
just an
disappointment since my mother and father.
just an ordinary human being who makes mistakes like everyone else, which is like kind of everybody we talk about.
Yeah, that's the whole bag, man.
The legend's gone. Like, yeah.
The fallibility is the fun part.
Hans Ost, what have you done in your life that is this entertaining?
Yeah,
Donald Lover.
And how many infallible people do you really want to hang out with or know about? I mean,
0.
Yeah.
Gotta love the flaws. That's it. That's enough. I'm done. I don't have anything else.
You're exhausted.
That's us for us today.
I like that one. Nice one.
Yeah. You can find us online at Ridiculous Crime on both Twitter and Instagram. Hey, pal, you got a tip for us about a ridiculous crime that you want to hear about? You want to confess to a ridiculous crime? Email us at ridiculouscrime@gmail.com. Other than that, just tune in next time. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett, produced and edited by Mayor of Funke Town, Dave Kustin. Research is by German folk hero Marissa Brown. The theme song is by Thomas, Put the Cash on the Tiny Train, Lee, and Travis, I Blame the Fumes, Dutton. Executive producers are Missing McDuck cousins Ben Bolin and Noel Brown.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.